Alright folks, we're back with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, and today's opponent is a friend of mine who is an active subscriber on my YouTube channel. He goes by the name of Anthony. Links in the description. He does Pokemon Showdown videos and everything, and I thought, why not do it for him, since, after all, this one is a fun battle, because his team is actually a mono fire team, and I start things off with my Nidoking, and I'm using a Nidoking from my previous team because I need to start switching things up with new recruits and everything. I really made a bad move here because I switched to my Mawile thinking that he would have something like Flare Blitz, but no, he doesn't. He actually has Flamethrower. And it took down Mawile before he even did anything. Yeah, that's a bad move on my part. I decided to send out Nidoking yet again, and since his team is a mono fire team, I know I'm going to be in for a fight. So he makes a switch and he sends out Fire Lord, nicknamed after Ozai. It's a Delphox. I go for the Poison Jab, and the Poison Jab does do a lot of damage, but not enough. I make the switch because I don't want to get myself hit in the full force of a Psyshock or something, and I send out my Greninja hoping I could take it down. But instead he does go the Fire Psyshock, and it doesn't affect him. But he also makes a switch, which I don't really know that since his team is all mono fire, I could just take him out easily with just like that. And he switches into Lucario. I go for the Surf, and the Protean kicks in, like dealing a lot more damage, but it didn't. And he switches, activates his Lucario Knight, and he becomes a Mega Lucario. If that thing was faster, he would have taken down my Greninja easily. But it didn't. And I activated Surf yet again, and I took it down. Sorry, Anthony, but I had no idea that, well, your Lucario wasn't that fast. Not to offend, though, but his team's actually rather unique. He sends out Blaziken, and this one's a Speed Boost Blaziken. I go for the Dark Pulse in my Stupor, and it didn't really do that much damage. In fact, it did, like, less than half, despite getting a crit. And he hits him with a Sky Uppercut, and Greninja gets knocked out. I would have went for the Surf, but I didn't, because I thought he would actually just send in Delphox. That was my mistake, and his Speed Boost kicks in, raising it up by 1 level, and I can tell I'm going to be in for some trouble. I go into Nidoking, and Blaziken goes for the Blaze Kick, which did do some damage, but not enough. I go for a Poison Jab, and the Poison Jab did do some damage, taking it down. Though I would have instead went for an Earthquake, Poison Jab is the much more effective attack I always use, since my Nidoking is physical rather than the special attacking Nidokings. He sends out Valigarmanda? What kind of name is Valigarmanda? And above all, why would he even use Solar Beam? Though normally, in this case, he should have just had a Mega Charizard Y. That would have boosted its fire attacks twofold, not to mention instant Solar Beam. Though, I don't really know. I just hope that if he does watch this battle, he can take my advice and just, change his team out a bit. That way, we can at least have some much more good, interesting battles. I hope to battle him again because I go for another Poison Jab and Charizard gets taken down. If it would have been Mega Charizard Y, imagine it would have been a much more better battle since the drought that would kick in would literally raise hell. And here comes Talonflame. Taka goes for the Flamethrower and it wipes out my Nidoking easily. And I'm like, damn, that thing is going to be deadly. Though I wondered to myself, it has Gale Wings. So I switch into Roserade, and Roserade doesn't get a chance because, you guessed it, he's got Brave Bird. Though I wonder if this thing has Gale Wings, because if it does have Gale Wings, then I would have been in major trouble. I kid you not. Major trouble. Due to the fact that the damage recall kicks in, I switch into Aegislash, once again in defense mode, and he goes for a Flamethrower. Despite the fact that it has Stab, it only hits less than half. And it gets a burn. Oh my god, why? I'm getting bad luck here in this battle. But it doesn't matter, Swords Dance kicks in and raises it up by 2 levels. Though the question is, will it be enough? I don't know. I don't know if it is going to be enough because I'm going to have to really kick it up. I'm running on borrowed time here. He goes for another Flamethrower, which does more damage, and I need to kick in another Swords Dance because with the burn, it cripples my attack in half. And despite the fact that most of my EVs that I put into it is in HP, I feel that to me personally is my mistake. I should have just used it in defense instead. But it doesn't really matter though, because by the next turn, I'm pretty much done. So I switch into Aegislash into attack mode, knowing full well I'm going to die after this, and I go for the Shadow Sneak. And the Shadow Sneak did its damage despite +4 special attack, but it didn't die. It didn't die. I'm like, did the burn really hurt my Aegislash that bad? It did! And that sucks. Anyway, I send in my Ninetales, and this is my Flash Fire Ninetales, and I go for the Nasty Plot, and the Nasty Plot will boost up its special attack, which I don't know why, I'm going to need it eventually, and he goes for a Brave Bird, knowing that if he's going to go down, he's going to take me with it. Which, ironically, he doesn't. It does a lot of damage, but unfortunately, it was unable to take down my Ninetales. That's pretty bad. And he brings in his Typhlosion. And this Typhlosion, I was going to, like, take him down. I used a Flamethrower, and I did some damage, but that's when I realized he used Eruption, and he knew that mine was a Flash Fire. If it wasn't, then it would have really turned the tide of the battle. Because of that, now my fire attacks are stronger. He sends out the Fire Lord, the Delphox as usual, and I go for another Flamethrower. Plus the fact that since my stats are boosted up, I'm able to take it down effortlessly. I just wish that Typhlosion would have packed something like Earthquake, because if it did have Earthquake, it would have taken down my Ninetales easily. Who knows, I'm going to take him on in a rematch, and when we do, I'm going to give it all I have and more. I go for an Energy Ball, and it wasn't that effective, but he goes for a Rock Smash, and the Rock Smash really did some damage, but not enough. He was thinking that maybe he could just get like a defense drop or something, but it didn't work. I go for one more Energy Ball, and that's it. Great game, Anthony, though my only advice for you, add things that'll help protect yourself against fire types, because you're going to need it in the long run. That's about it for this battle. Thank you very much, Anthony. Links in the description for his channel. Check him out. He's really good. And if you enjoyed this battle, hit that like button. It does mean a lot to me. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.